Chris Sutton reignites Todd Cantwell feud as Celtic hero Goats under fire Rangers star with dive, jibe. Welcome back to Fog Football, the aftermath, the fallout is here. And you know what? I agree with Chris Sutton in the sense of it was a dive. Honestly, Cantwell's getting on my tits recently. He needs to stop doing this, but of course these two have had a beef. Seems like for the dawn of time, even though Chris Sutton put, Cantwell over on it. You're a bang average player, he's told him. Anyway, Cantwell and the Hoops legend have been trading swipes back and forth for months, with tensions escalating between the pair after the Rangers star branded the Celtic fan favourite as an attention seeker and claimed that Sutton was a fan of his while he was at Norwich before performing a U-turn when he made the move to Ibrox. However, the pundit was having none of it and slammed Cantwell for his bang average career here. And let's dive into the comments. So, yeah, since then, tensions appeared to have eased, but Sutton couldn't resist a tongue-in-cheek pot shot at Cantwell following a flashpoint in the one-each Scottish Premiership draw. The midfielder escaped on-field punishment during the clash, but went down after being tracked by Don's defender Ryan Duncan in the first half of the clash, but has been criticised by pundits and former referees. Hold on, is that the article? Yeah, Sutton did take to Twitter. He said this isn't a dive, but rather backing the light blue star with a clear swipe as he posted a laughing emoji with the comment. So, you know what? It was a dive. It absolutely was a dive for Cantwell. I mean, I'll admit that. I mean, if you can clearly see here, I mean, there's the image of it. I mean, it's not quite this image, clear shirt pull there, here. It was a fucking dive. It was a horrendous dive, right? For Todd Cantwell. I don't think anybody's really trying to dispute that, how bad of a dive it was, because it was. And you know what? He needs to cut out his game. I need to see answers and deliveries from Todd Cantwell. It's almost Christmas time. Deliveries go up, right, Cantwell? It's time for you to hit a couple of fucking special deliveries by 1 p.m. sort of things. Amazon next day delivery. I need them for Todd Cantwell, because the guy's got bags of potential. He's got bags of talent. Show it on the pitch. Don't dive. Don't get involved with Chris Sutton on Twitter. Don't get involved with anybody. Any Celtic fans. Don't try and wind them up. Fuck it, honestly. Wind them up when we're on top, not when we're 8 points behind. That, alright? That needs to be perfectly clear. It's time for serious heads. Get stopped down. Sort your game out. Wind them up. Wind them up when we're winning trophies, right? And when we're winning leagues against them. Not when we're 8 points behind and fucking, bottling every opportunity we get against them. Because see, at the end of the day, see if he carried us to a win yesterday. No, it's not just on him, because everyone, more or less everyone was shite. But if Todd Cantwell carries us to a victory yesterday and he tries to give it the big one on Twitter to Aberdeen fans, then fair enough. But it's the same old pish. We'll pump Dundee 5-0 at home, and then that's when he'll get loud. Not a fan of it. Well, let's see what Chris. My name's Chris. Let's see what Chris said about Connor Goldson and his wee dive. He's commented a wee bit more on it. Well, Chris Sutton has come out and said these. I believe he said them in the same interview, but I didn't watch all the whole post-match. I didn't actually watch all of it. I just seen the clips on Twitter, because as soon as it ended, I flicked over to the F1. I didn't want to see Chris Sutton's smug face. I didn't want to see Chris Boyd, his face dropping him. I just wanted to watch the F1. But to be honest, with Max Verstappen dominating the season, the F1's not exactly been spectacular. But anyway, enough about what I changed the channel to, right? Because Rangers should have upped their gears. But they didn't. But former Celtic striker Chris Sutton said the spot kick award for Stefan Garteman's Stuggle Connor Goldson's shirt was a penalty for stupidity, but believes Goldson made a meal of it. I mean, yesterday he said, it's a dive, Chris. How can you not see that? Me, in my, obviously Norwegian accent, what the fuck, what do people from Norwich, what's the accent from people from Norwich? I don't even know where Norwich is. Well, I know where Norwich is in England, We're looking east, but what area of England's that? I'm not too sure, but here, if there's contact, you go down. That's just the way football is these days. Is it pish? Absolutely. I wish it was like what it was, 25, 20, 30 years ago, where it was a fucking man's sport and you could poleaxe each other, man. There will be blood. Oh, that's shite. But no, it's not like that anymore. And the sad reality is when there is contact, you go down and you get decisions. And we can't blame Goldson for going down, and then like when other players go down, not blaming them as well. Like honestly, it's ridiculous. Because if he doesn't go down here, Chris Sutton would be saying, well, if you don't go down, you don't get it. And maybe if you went down, Rangers would have got a point today. But they didn't, because Aberdeen picked up all three. Well, fuck you, Chris Sutton, right? Fuck you, buddy. Till next time, Folk Football's signing out as the European week arrives.